Hello, my name is Katherine Blair. Thank you very much for giving me a few minutes of your time. I wanted to tell you a little bit about my story and how I came up with an idea called Globalizer. So I've been teaching television journalism for about 15 years at Leeds Trinity University. What we like to do is a lot of experiential teaching. So the students learn how they would behave when they get a job as a television journalist, for example. So one of the things we do is get them to make a television news program or a newscast. And this is great. They've got all kinds of skills working in a television studio, making television news. And we go through the process every year. But a couple of years ago, I found out, kind of stumbled into a network of other universities who were doing similar things. And they worked together to make one television program. So we've done programs on various topics, things like racism, things like food shortages, how to, come out of the pandemic, mental health issues, homelessness has been another topic. And up to 13 universities from, say, 8, 10 different countries around the world have worked together to produce one television program. And this has been a really great experience because it's a way of students from different cultures, different countries working together to produce something that they would normally do just as one class in our one university. So I was thinking about how we make these connections. I kind of, as I say, stumbled into the relationship with these other universities. But how do you do that if you're not coming into regular contact with their other colleagues? For the last 2 years, of course, we haven't been able to have face-to-face meetings, conferences, so our networks have been maybe a little bit smaller than they would normally be. So I was thinking of a way of how if you didn't have that relationship already, how you could reach out to academics in other countries to form a relationship. Perhaps you're a psychology teacher and you'd like to, work with a couple of different countries, getting your students to work together on a poster or an academic paper, or perhaps you're in sports science and you want to share ideas about coaching different sports. There's lots of different ways that students can work together, and I think the benefit of them doing that is enormous because they're still learning their specialist subject, they're still learning how to produce some material, make an assessment of some kind, but what they get additional to that is negotiating with other students, other cultures, and coming together and sharing ideas. So it's a way of sort of globally expanding them. And for students who aren't able to travel abroad or study abroad, do volunteer placements in other countries, do much traveling, and that's a lot of students actually, this is a way of them experiencing some of that without leaving their own institutions. So it's a way of internationalizing from home. So I thought one way that we could do that is kind of like advertising. So I came up with this idea of an app. We're all used to using apps on our phone now. And some of you might know of an app, a dating app called Tinder. You swipe right if you like the look of someone's picture, if you like the sound of what they're into. Maybe they like long romantic walks on the beach, that kind of thing. Well, I thought, how about having a similar thing for academics to get together and try and reach out and form relationships that way. So swipe right if you like the sound of an academic's project. Perhaps they're reaching out and looking for 2 or 3 other universities in different countries in a specific area, maybe on a specific topic. So it's a way of everyone just kind of putting their ideas out there in a very accessible app, and then just allowing for the contact information to be there so we can contact each other and make our own networks. I came up with the idea of Globalizer. It's a name in progress. We'll see if it sticks. But I really like the idea of academics being able to reach out and form connections internationally that they might not otherwise have. And I just think it's a great idea for students to be working together. I've found that students really rise to the occasion. They want to impress in a different way than they would do if they were just working on a class assignment. They want to meet other people, and I've had students form relationships with other students in other countries. They've followed each other on their social media networks, and they've arranged to meet up, when one or the other is traveling to that country. So it's a really good opportunity, I think, and I think Globalizer could be a really good way of making those connections possible. So I hope you think that this is a possible idea, and I hope you'll come together with us as we progress and make the app a reality. Thanks very much.